So a brick has come from where
what was your plan B if you're not shared with anyone else?
I told you what my plan D was. Tell him that the riot's all about him and he needs to get into his downstairs to safety, and then we can see what's going on.
You're not the stairs. You know this window here upstairs is just smashed. And you hear a voice from sort of here. What are you doing?
I've no fucking clue. What the hell are we?
What are you doing? Because this has gone great.
I think it's amazing, isn't it? Right.
As it
I'll
is,
just look at these two and I'll just shake my head and I'll go up the stairs with my sword drawn and just be like that as I walk past them, be like not say anything, but
good.
I'm trying to convey what the fuck do you think we're doing?
Good. I'm good because they might have a very different idea, and I'm following Birth with the axe drawn. Yeah.
Okay. You make your way up the stairs.
Unless anyone stops me, no, like I'm slowly like if no one's going to act, I'm going to go up and fucking kill this guy.
I'm going to the bear rug.
I'm going to stand on watch at the door then.
That we agreed that the plan was to kill him, not to investigate his sex dungeon. Right, yeah.
Nehemiah now makes it clear that we can't get in the dungeon. I'll hold, but...
So you know that there's a... trapdoor under that rug because you've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
As it stands, you can't hear any shouting upstairs at the moment. You do hear a door slam, though. So you've heard a door upstairs slam. Are you going upstairs, Helmet, did you say?
I'm following Birth, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to hold. If Nehemiah looks like he's going for the rug, I'm going to hold at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, right.
Watch him.
And Rolled, you're on the front door, right?
I'm going to stay on the front door looking, well, I guess ready to either bar it or open it. And
okay.
I mean, his horse needs feeding.
Yeah, I'm worried.
So, Nehemiah, you make your way over to the rug. And you know there's a trapdoor there.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of kick the rug to the side, you can hear you hear the footsteps upstairs, basically, but you then hear the slam. You kick the rug to the side, you see the trapdoor. There's a sort of sludge around the edge of it. Like, have you ever had a fish tank?
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of a bit of fish tank sludge, kind of just not around the whole thing, but there's a bit of sludge on the edge of it. Just that, not around the whole thing. There's some sludge there that you've kind of dislodged as you've pulled the rug back.
Can I just check? I'm definitely seeing that. That's not one of my weird visions. Like, there's definitely some weird fish lube there.
Anyone who's next to it can see the sludge. Yeah.
Ew. Maybe it just stops it from creaking.
As it is, there's a kind of fairly sturdy looking trapdoor that doesn't appear to be locked.
One of your more hench gentlemen might have to open this.
Do you want to try it?
I mean, it should definitely be Bert who opens the trapdoor, like 100%.
There's something down this trapdoor.
Yeah, and I'll march over, bloodied, covered in filth, be like, open the door.
Oh my god!
So you pull open this trapdoor, and you look down. You can't see anything. The only light that's coming in is coming in through the windows that you can see, like there. So there's not a huge amount of light down there. But as you open it, you get a stench of like the sludge feel, like when you're really close to the fish markets and the kind of sewage, get that smell hits you very quickly. It's noticeable because this house actually smells quite nice. There's the smell of lavenders around. There's quite a lot of sort of floral smells around.
Does it smell like, oh, now that that's happened, does it smell over nice in like that's covering something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've been here before.
It's a perfume.
Yeah, you'd been here before and you knew it. Like, it smelt nice before. But yeah, that is a safe assumption that smell is definitely covering something.
Weirdly, it smells less like a sex dungeon now.
Right, and it's pitch black down there.
Well, at least not a good sex dungeon.
It's Nurgle week now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We missed
it's-
last
It's
last
pitch
week.
black down in the dungeon.
You can't really, I mean, you can see that. I mean, if you put your head down to have a look.
I might do.
Yeah.
So you can have a look down. You actually can't see. It's actually quite a thin kind of. It actually looks like a kind of corridor. You can't really see further than about 10 foot.
Sex dungeon. Maybe it's a mutant corridor, mutant tunnel.
But it looks like it heads out towards sort of what would be kind of east of where you are. See if I can get a little picture up. Yeah, the tunnel's here. You're here. It looks like it roughly heads that way. Potentially that, like a straight line like that, basically. That makes sense?
Smelly tunnel. Is it
Yeah.
a sewer?
Well, not really, because none of you like. It's not a kind of nice stony sewer,
Yeah.
but I would.
Sorry, are sewers a thing? Like, do we have
Yes.
sewers?
Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. That's the way the tunnel looks like. Sewers are quite rare. Like big cities like Nuln and the big cities will have them. For small towns to have them, they might have some. It's fairly rare, but it's not completely out of place.
Right.
I'm still hanging around at the bottom of the
I'll put
stairs.
my head back up and I'll look at Nehemiah and I'll just say really quietly, I'll be like, look, we can make a load of noise, we can go down there, or we can just get him down to tell us what.
I mean, we could try and convince him that we are here to protect him from the crowd, get him down there, and then if you want to shank him, you can shank him.
What's the name of the priestess? Should we just say she sent us?
We'll say the witch hunter sent us. Thomas.
Right, well, let's just get him and say, look, we need
Okay.
You can hear from upstairs now, so you can hear a kind of incoherent shouting from the top of the stair, like from upstairs somewhere. But you can, in fact, make a perception check, everyone. This is perception.
All been very high so far.
Ooh, well, I still fail.
10 to 6 or 6 under whatever mine. So.
Okay, yes, fine.
Exactly what I got.
No, failed, but not a botch.
Yeah, failed, but not violent.
Okay, so anyone who passed, I think, is just Bert, who smashed it.
6 under 23, so not.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah, so you can hear from upstairs, "Oh, help me! Oh, help me!"
The rock.
I'll just say, Nehemiah, he needs help.
Let's go. He does. We need to either help him or put him out of his mystery. Let's go.
And he'll know of us from the town. Look, I look like shit, so it shouldn't be me.
I'll go. I'll take off my bandit mask.
No, I did, and I will say again, send Rolled a helmet.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I'm going to go up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come up the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
and you come. Oh, I mean, you can't see anyone from here. This door is locked. This door is shut, though. This little door here is shut.
On the potty.
This little door's shut. That's definitely
As we go up, if there's no one obviously on the landing, I'm going to sort of peek my head into each of the rooms just to see who's about.
Okay. So this room is this door's open, and you don't see anyone in there. As you get to here, you can see this door is open as well. Again, you don't see anyone in here. You see this chest. You see what you see basically.
Yeah.
So this chest here, you can just about make this vanity mirror and drawers. Little table. That's his bed. The bed is it's not been made. It's all over the place. This door, however, is completely locked, and you can hear sobbing from inside.
Chest or man.
I look at your show, your decision.
Help me!
Okay, let's go and help him. I'll go and knock on the door. Mr. Tanner, we're here to help.
Guards!
Are you constipated? No, there's no guards. They're dealing with the riot. That's what we heard. We heard your cries for help, so we've come to help. Are you constipated? Have you been hit? What's going on?
And you sort of, who are you? Are you the guards?
No, we're not the guards. The guards are busy trying to put down the riot that's looking for anybody that the flagellants are saying are touched by chaos. And for some reason, they were heading to this house and everything kicked off. And then as we were trying to get away, we heard you crying for help.
Oh, God, no. What have I done?
What have you done?
I didn't.
Is it bloody?
And you can just hear sobbing. You just breaks down into sobbing.
It's okay. I've probably seen worse. Let me in.
There is no indication that he is opening this toilet.
Right, door's going in.
Yeah, you've got 5. I'm down to count 5. Otherwise, for your own safety, we're going to have to break down this door. 5.
First
4,
left. He's had enough.
2, 1.
Okay.
Yeah, door goes in.
Yeah, you can kick. I'm not going to make you roll. It's an
Oh,
internal.
make him roll a strength test. I just want to see him break his leg.
All right. Yeah, go on. Let's see how hard you kick the door.
Right.
Get your bonus. Get your big legs bonus.
Get a big leg bonus. Yeah. So what is it? A strength?
Yeah, it's just a strength check. Yeah, plus 10.
That's a pass by 4 successes.
Right. So as you kick this door, it just splinters completely. And what you see is
the alternative would be you kick the door so hard it breaks off his hinges and smashes the guy in the face.
Yeah.
What you actually see is Jakob half hanging out the window, trying to climb out of the window, but he's got himself stuck. So you can see the bottom of his robes and his little slippers, his little feet just sort of twiddling behind.
What are you doing, Jakob?
Right, I'm just grabbing him.
Yeah.
What's he wearing?
He's just wearing like a little nightgown.
Right, I basically grabbed him by the collar of his nightgown and just like marching him downstairs.
Yeah, he doesn't put up much resistance actually. He's sobbing and he's not particularly strong. It doesn't seem to be, which is unusual.
I run ahead of Helmet to make sure that the trapdoor's covered.
So, just a reminder, last time you saw him, he did splinter part of his desk when he grabbed it.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. Just
That's after he took the warp dust, though, wasn't it? Or the green dust, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
He was on PCP.
He's this guy's sobbing, he's twitching, and he's like, "You're not the guards."
No, I told you we weren't the guards. How many times do I need to say that?
Who sent you? Where?
Nobody sent us. We were just walking past, and we know you, and we heard you shouting for help when this riot was going on.
You're lying to me. They're all lying.
Who's lying?
All of them.
All of who?
You're with them, aren't you?
With who?
He's babbling. He's really bad.
We're with the church.
As soon as you say you're with the church, he fights to try and get away from Helmet. Yeah, he's not very strong. He fights to try and get away from Helmet.
Why are you worried? Surely Sister Marta's worried about you.
I thought you meant the witch hunters. He sort of calms down a little bit. Of course, that makes more sense. But how did you get in? He does seem to calm down a little bit, actually.
Well, hands up. I broke in when I heard you needing help.
Because Marta sent you.
Well, I've met Marta a few times. Literally, we were walking down the street having a nice beer because it's like a top 20 day. And then this riot started with the flagellants coming down here, going, "People touched of chaos, must get them all." And they were heading down the street. And then this whole fight kicked off. And then we heard smashing windows and we were trying to get away. And then we heard you screaming for help. I thought something had hit you through the window.
Oh, no. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. He's still crying. Would you mind if I just went and got changed and got out of these clothes? I'm a little bit. Just compose myself a little.
I'll go and get you some. You go make yourself a nice hot drink. Your boy looks old. I'll go and get you some clothes.
And he does actually go. No, Mark, you are holding him at the moment, so
Yeah, I'm going to kind of like lead him to the chairs around the table.
yeah, okay.
On the lower floor, and just kind of sit, kind of not shove him, but kind of place him.
Yeah, he's fairly compliant at the moment. But you see him kind of as he sits in the chair, you see him sort of his eyes are like looking over towards his desk. He's like,
Okay, which desk is he?
This one here. So I'm guessing you've sat him here, yeah?
Either or, mate. Yeah.
You
At
choose.
this point, I've got no choice for the chairs. In fact, that one's the bottom one's closer to the stairs,
okay.
so I imagine I'll plonk him down there.
Yeah. So you see him, and he's looking over towards his desk, and he's as he sort of watches Nemaya go upstairs and fetch him some clothes. He looks. Oh, I'm so thankful you've come. So I thought they were finally onto us, but it's good that Marta sent you. She only sends someone she trusts. Would you mind if I just powder my nose a little from my desk? I just need to.
I think with everything that's going on, maybe now's not the time. And I'll just kind of place my hand on his shoulder in that kind of firm kind of way.
Yeah, he's rolling intimidate actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fairly compliant, but he's
got a need, doesn't he? He's got an itch that needs scratching.
Yeah.
Yes, on a 14 versus 36, so 2 degrees.
He does go to sort of get up and make. He sort of goes to stand up, but you quite firmly hold him down, and he doesn't really push past that. He doesn't seem to have the kind of confidence that he's had like when you first met him.
Yeah.
And Nimai, you're upstairs looking for his stuff. Rold, what are you doing?
I think I'm still stood by the door. Kind of, I've watched him being marched downstairs, checking out in the street what's happening out there.
So the noise outside has died down a little, but that's because the whistles of the sound of the whistles has increased. But yeah, the sounds of the brawl outside has quietened down a little bit. But you can certainly hear the whistles of the guards, and you can definitely you take a quick peek out. You see a couple of people getting dragged away. One of the flagellants is one of them. You see him getting dragged away by the town guards. He's screaming, spittle everywhere. He's screaming, sinners, repent. But it does seem to be dying down a little. But there are still some guards outside, and they are kind of looking around the area to make sure that everything's okay.
Nobody paying much attention to the house?
Not at the moment, but the guards are searching around the outside. The outside.
That's okay.
Nemaya, you're upstairs, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a quick Neil Buchanan's Finders Keepers up here.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of tats up here. You can see there's like his mirror on the desk. He seems to be quite a vain man. There's a massive mirror on there. There doesn't seem to be an actual there's no wardrobe up here, but you could, that chest is open. You can see it's got his clothes in there. There's also some clothes, like there's a nice robe over the back of the chair.
Okay, I'll get him some lounging wear.
Yeah, you get some nice clothes. That's fine. There's also a bookshelf on the stuff there. But there's stuff up there, but there's nothing that immediately looks like.
I'm gonna head downstairs with the clothes.
Okay, and he's like, "Oh, what? It's fortunate that you're here." He looks over at Bert, who's pissing blood from his face, and Prue. Why did Marta send you?
Oh, no, I didn't say Marta sent us. I said I knew Marta, and she. That was it. Like we met, we chatted. We were outside. He was having the shit kicked out of him. We heard you crying for help.
Oh, so I thought you said Marta sent you.
No, I think you're getting all because you were in such a panic. Here, put on your lounging wear. Do you need a little pick me up? Do you need some of your medicinal dust?
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
Eyeballing Nemaya at this point.
No,
I wouldn't. Of course, I wouldn't mind a little perk.
Well, Helmet will help you get dressed, and I'll just go and get you some.
It's just in my drawer over there.
Yep.
He points over to his little thing over here.
And then I'm going to sleight of hand some into a pouch for myself and give him some.
Yeah. Okay. Roll.
I have to have sleight of hand. It's an
Roll
advanced skill.
roll sleight of hand. As you go, you roll sleight of hand. He's pretty attentive of what you're doing though. Like,
Well, I'm waiting until the boys are dressing him, so like he's got his shirt over his eyes or something.
okay, well you can have plus 20 then. He's pretty attentive though. He's not that attentive.
So 46 and 57.
Yeah, he's 77.
Pel, can I get a sense check on something here for what I might know?
Yeah, sure.
Can you get a beer?
Could I tweak the fact that he like put a hole in his table when he smashed his fist onto it to him gaining strength from having that powder? Would I be able to put those two together, or would I be like, yeah?
I think it's probably fair to say, with what you know of, like the Lowhavens have told you that it's dangerous. You know there are drugs in the end, like you know it's a thing, and like you saw him take it, and you saw how strong he was when he took it.
Okay,
and you know how strong he is now. So I think it's fair to say that he wouldn't have been able to do that normally, and the only thing.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I wasn't metagaming it. Yeah.
No, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's from what you've seen and what you've heard. I think that's fair.
And I'll go to the mine again. The mine with everything that's the flashing that's outside. I don't think with all the guards. I think it's best we keep that sort of thing under wraps for the moment. Just until things calm down, and I kind of reassure.
You don't want Thomas the Witch Hunter getting confused about what's going on here. No.
I do thank you, sirs, and I really thank, but I'm afraid I can't offer you any payment for your help, but
it's okay, because we will just do business in the future. I mean, if you were dead, who would we give deliveries to?
You hear the door knocking.
Oh, that'll be me then. Who is it?
Town guards. Is everything all right, sir?
Yes. A brick came through a window upstairs, but okay. Do I want to do a bluff or something there, or?
Yeah, I think probably, because that wasn't particularly convincing.
I get Nehemiah away from.
Now that's happened, I'm getting away from it and pocketing my little pouch.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, how much did you pass by the way, Paul?
I passed by 2 degrees.
I'm just going to let everyone else just do a check to see if they see you pocketing it, or actually Helmet and Bert, because rolls.
Was it? Are we using a perception for this?
Yeah.
They get the plus 20 because I only got the plus 20 because.
No, they won't get the plus because they're helping him. So lost it.
I'm oblivious. I'm concentrating on Tanner.
Yeah, fine.
I rolled a 94. I'm thinking about how I'm going to throw Tanner down the stairs.
Yep. He's like, well, so, and he looks over towards the door as when the door knocks. And he starts to sort of, he's about to talk.
You tell them it's okay.
Tell them it's okay, because we don't want them in the house, do we?
Then obviously rolled. How good was your check?
So what was I rolling on? I don't think I can't see a
fellowship, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the charm.
Charm. Okay, charm.
Let's do charm.
I failed by 4 degrees.
Okay.
Hello? No, Mr. Tanner's not here.
Is it? Sir, are you sure everything's okay, sir? There was a brick came through your window.
Yes, there's some glass
I
about.
would like to open the door, please, sir.
Very well. I shall open the door. Bear with me one moment. I'll get the key.
Tanner,
like waving back into the room or something to shoo them.
Yeah. Tanner goes,
Birth
no,
with
we
your
don't want them.
bloodiness.
Come on, me.
So yeah, I start to undo the door. So there's a bit of sound. And
I'm gonna let Tanner up.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna step out of line of sight from the door.
Okay.
Can I scoop up the brick?
It's upstairs. Yeah, if you want to go upstairs and scoop it up, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way of the door upstairs, and I'm gonna pick the brick up.
Yeah.
I'm going to hide next to Helmet.
Okay, so the door opens.
I've got proof.
Tanner opens the door. Everything's fine here, sir. Guards. Are you sure, sir? You look a bit distressed. He goes, yes. Everything's quite fine. Look, and he kind of looks behind him to make sure you're all out of sight. He goes, look, just some ragamuffins throwing things through the door. And he's sort of twitching a bit, and you can see that he's not particularly convinced. They're like, it's just some damage to upstairs. I could afford to have it pay. And they're like, are you sure you're okay, sir? And one of them sort of pokes his head round to kind of have a look in, but you're all well out of the way of the door. And it's a tense, like, it's a good tense 10 seconds. They're kind of, okay, sir. Well, if you need any help, then we have taken a few people into the jail for this evening. So if you want to push any charges, we're more than happy to help. Oh, no. There's no need for this. Thank you very much. Bye, officers. Chunk. He sort of slams the door and locks it back up again. Oh, don't worry about them. They're gone. Fools. Absolute fools.
That's a nice lavender tea.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. You go into his little kitchen. The kitchen's weird. The kitchen's, you can see that there's like the kind of chopping board is stained a little bit, kind of dark green is stained a little bit there. It smells, there's weird herbs and stuff in this house. There's some sort of...
They store their plates in a drawer.
They do, so it's really fucking weird. Who does that? That's awful.
Spoons on the left.
That's the real chaos, isn't it? Plates in the drawer. Yeah, again, Nimai, you don't have any kind of like herbalism skills, but this is very, your time traveling and cooking, this is not just cooking herbs. He sits down and he says, bring him his tea. Now, I can't... Go on.
Is there any herbs that look like the herbs that I had my hands on earlier?
Yes.
Then I will mix some of that into the lavender tea.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Whilst, like, after he's kind of doing that, I'm going to try and find Nehemiah and get him like away or out of the room with Tanner.
Actually, with the herbs, like, you'd need to prepare them to hide them in there.
That's fine. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I might
I'm literally
in case it does anything.
Thinking about
Lavender mojito.
You need to prepare it to kind of...
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't expect it to do more, except maybe, like, Nehemiah is literally like, maybe this will make him a little bit ill.
Yeah, you can, like, dip a bit in if you want, like, put a little... Yeah. He's like, what? Why? Sir, I've had quite the day already, and please, if you see Sister Martha, do give her my my regards. But if there's nothing that you want, it seems rather unusual that you want to stay in my house, unless, of course, you want to.
I was just making sure you're okay before we leave. I say, give him a drink. Because you were in such a state with your arse hanging out the window.
He sort of. This is the first time he sort of noticed that you've pulled the bearskin back and opened the...
I did say that I ran down before Helmet and...
right, okay, so okay, cool. Sorry. I'm going to see if he notices that it's been sort of moved a bit, though, because you did put it down in the rush. He has rolled 78. So yeah, he doesn't notice that the thing's gone down.
Do you need us to take you back upstairs or organise someone to fix your toilet door or anything like that?
I think I would like to go to bed, actually. I've had quite the morning.
Bert will take you up.
All this excitement. I've had quite the morning. Are you with them? He kind of looks really quite conspiratorial.
The travelling people often are.
And he rolls back his sleeve. He sort of looks around, rolls back his sleeve. And you see the same tattoo that you saw on the mutants. I'll bring it up.
Is he sat down in the chair?
Yeah.
I probably sort of stood beside him, or
he's got a cup of tea. Let me bringing the thing.
This is why we came here first.
Knew he was a wrong.
Like you've helped this guy out, so you see this same tattoo. It's quite far up his arm. He rolls his sleeve quite far back, but that's the tattoo you see. It's a better version of the one that you saw in the mutants. It's much more kind of professionally done.
Still some crazy, tribal shit. But
yes, still some tribal shit, but yeah.
If I'm sort of slightly sort of stood behind him and to the side, I'm just going to slightly sort of palm a dagger.
Okay.
I'm kind of. Oh, you must be much more high up than I am. Oh, the prince will come.
Oh well. Yes, I'm sure that will happen, and it's better to be with them rather than against them, right?
Yes, with how much power they're growing, definitely.
I can't say it was the best choice I made, but it certainly kept me alive for a little bit longer.
We always just deal with the hands that are dealt to us.
Yes, all the hands that are dealt to us.
Exactly. Just sometimes people like you and me, we fix the hands, and that's fine.
And he rolls his sleeve back down. When you look at that tattoo, specifically you, Paul, it actually makes you feel a bit sick.
Yeah, I kind of imagine that because I'm kind of averting my eyes at it.
Yeah, you don't feel great when you look at it. It's like the telly's like a little bit out of focus, like the colour's a bit off. You don't feel great. But yeah, anyone else who looks at it, there's something wrong about it. Like you don't know what, but it doesn't feel great.
I'll just cut in. I'll just be like, look, one thing we need to know is the old lady. We've been told that she's a non-believer and that she could bring the downfall of it all. What do you know of her, or what do you know? Have you heard that?
Marta.
Oh.
I'm not.
Is Marta the name of the
old priestess?
Yeah. Marta is the old priestess.
Yeah. Yeah. And the one that we saw come into the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be like, we've heard that she could perhaps be a non-believer and be here to destroy us all. Be doing the church's work. That is a complete lie. That is me bluffing. So if you
that's right. I'm not going to roll for it. Like this is a good sort of role play one rather than bluffing. And he says she understands. And I think she knows more than I. I think as far as I'm aware, she uses the green gift to heal those in the temple, but we know that's just the story she tells, isn't it? And he winks like.
Well, it's certainly the story Sister Francesca was saying, and I think that's why Thomas was so interested. So we need to make sure that she is safe.
Ah, yes, poor Francesca. Yes, it's a shame, really. She wouldn't listen. She's so enamored of the White Dove and Shalia's ways, but I'm sure Marta will eventually see her off.
I'm sure she will. Francesca does seem quite gullible.
It doesn't do to have Chileans around, does it? Mm. But Marta, yes, if you're on her good side, then you'll be safe from the ones in the woods.
Well, we should get you to bed.
I would appreciate.
What was the? We weren't obviously kept in line with what was happening with the town and the babe, and were you involved with that? Obviously we want to make sure we impress. What was happening there? There are many now that are seeking to go into the woods to find it.
And he looks. Is this is a test, isn't it?
I think it's a test for us. We are just.
I think we're always tested. I mean, we are about to go into the woods with the people that are hunting down the creatures to see what we can do to stop it. So we just need to make sure that we're all on the same side.
You could. It won't be much use to you, but. No, it's too close.
What is?
The tunnel's out. Are they of any use to you?
They could be.
That isn't the way they went with the babe, though, is it?
No, but that's how they got in.
Do you have a torch in your house here that we could use?
I'm going to look at Helmet as I'm saying this kind of stuff and be like, with my brick in my hand.
Yeah, I'm getting behind him. I'm like,
I'll give him a little.
I'm hoping to be like kind of behind him. I imagine we're like on the four corners of him. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like over a shoulder.
Yeah, he's sort of quietly confident. He's sort of increasingly confident at the moment. Sort of.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy just to let this roll on and sort of just waiting for us to slip up, for him to get suspicious before I strike. So
he's getting pretty chatty, and he has been sort of.
Do you have a torch we can use to go through the tunnel?
Yes, please, over there. And he sort of motions over to the.
Where do the tunnels come out? Because actually, it could be useful. We could
thank you.
set an ambush that nobody knows what we were going to do. That could be really useful.
Yeah, you could. He takes another sip of his tea. Yeah.
I'll go and grab a torch.
Okay. You grab your torch. Yeah, there's he has like a little storm lantern. Is that what it's called?
Okay.
Yeah. The little kind of torch thing. He sort of motion. You do notice a bit of he's a lot more comfortable around you now. He's a lot more chatty. He's a lot more focused in what he's saying.
I'll say, look, from a military point of view, see the number of, you must have seen the mercenaries camped outside of town. Does that pose a real threat, or will that be for them to deal with? They are fairly well trained and armed.
Oh, the tribe in the woods, yes.
Well, yes, the mercenaries we are. I think we, as chance has had it, we will need to lead them to battle against those in the woods. But do you think they will make short work of them, or?
I can't imagine so. I don't know enough of their numbers, but they said
Jacob. I think I'll go through the tunnel to check it is all safe. Would you be happy to make sure it's left unlocked just in case I need to get back in a hurry?
Of course. You're all of you are very welcome to stay for some time. We're all friends here, aren't we? You see him.
Maybe Nehemiah and one other could stay with you just to make sure you're safe and nobody else comes back for you. Myself and Helmet. Do you want to go through the tunnel with me?
Maybe later.
Well, I can come with you, Rod.
But then let's go. And perhaps before we go down there, we should try and patch you up a little bit.
Hi.
I'm afraid I don't have any poultices around. There's just
a bit of linen, bedsheet or something, just to rip and put on his little cut.
Rod is a master swordsman. I'll be fine.
I have a small amount. Of course, you're welcome to some of the herbs from the kitchen. They'll certainly perk you up. Thank you, by the way.
I wouldn't know how to administer them.
Oh, that's fine then. Bert, if you think you're fine,
then sip of his tea.
Let us go through the tunnel.
Right.
Excellent. So is our business here concluded?
Why, Nehemiah, Helmet. I mean, if you wish to stay and keep Mr. Jacob.
Yeah,
Mr.
we'll
Tanner.
wait back because we don't think. I'm not sure Mr. Tanner's knows of the shock yet, and we wouldn't want him to have a full.
At birth signal. Yeah, I'm going in. Sort of try and pin him in the chair, arm round the mouth, and just come in with a knife.
Okay. Roll a strength check because he has been sipping on this tea that Nehemiah made from random herbs that he found. From random herbs.
It's Mark just gone for the drop on him.
Mark's got the drop on him, but I may have actually
okay.
him PCP.
Yeah, let's do a.
Oh well, there goes my plan.
Okay, I've rolled 31.
I'm surprised he lasted that long. To be fair.
Yeah, me too.
10. Is that 100?
Yes,
No.
that's the worst you can get.
That is, isn't it? I will spend a fortune point.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is 100. Oh.
82. So that's failed by quite a bit.
Okay, so as you go, you probably let your guard down a little bit, Because you know he's
I
quite.
would probably have assumed this was going to be quite a simple off. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you assumed it's going to be quite a simple off, but he's been getting sort of increasingly more confident the more he drinks this random tea that Nemaya made for him from the herbs he found in the kitchen. And as you go to put your arm around him, he's quite twitchy, and he just sort of shrugs and kicks the table over that's in front of you. Nemaya, you're probably going to get hit by the table to where you are. So yeah, roll to dodge out of the way if you want to, but he sort of kicks the table towards you. And he just goes, I knew this was a test. I knew it. And he shrugs you off and just turns and like launches himself at you, Mark.
Yay!
He's going to try and smash you in the head with like his little goblet that he's got.
Yeah, his little china cup.
Yeah, he's got this like china cup that he's just like, actually, as he sort of grabs it, he sort of smashes it on the table and just goes to jab it.
Nice. Yeah.
He hasn't rolled very well though. Are you dodging it or parrying it? You can try and
you got a knife in my hand. So I'll dodge. I'm not going to try and parry it. Yeah.
Okay, he's missed.
Cool.
Are you two, Bert and Rold? Are you down in the thing, or are you kind of still upstairs?
I thought we were just about to head down there when Mark made his move.
Well, yeah, I did that, and then he jumped him. So I don't think I've got to be within sight.
Yeah, you're all distance. Yeah.
Waited, Mark. I don't know how long you waited.
Basically, he's taken a swipe at you, Mark. He's kicked the table towards Nehemiah, taken a swipe at you, and you can see he's got quite a bit of vigor in him now. But you can take a swipe back at him if you want.
Yes, please. Yeah. Just a basic test. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a basic test. Yeah, standard.
Yes, I passed by 1 degree.
Okay. Yes, so you do strength plus whatever it is, 1, I think, for a dagger.
A dagger?
Yeah, strength plus 1.
Yeah.
So that is 4 points of damage.
What did you roll? Not critical, is it?
No, so it's 1 point for being 1 degree of success.
Yeah.
Plus my strength of 3, plus my dagger plus 1. So actually it's 5 damage.
Yeah, cool. It was just if you rolled a critical, that's all. Yeah, so as he sort of lunges towards you with the smashed cup, and then you get like a little slice on him, but he's pretty quick actually. He's surprisingly quick, and how like kind of his demeanor has changed. But he does. That's that round done. Let's roll a quick initiative for anyone who's nearby.
Yeah, I'd like to brick him with this brick.
I'm just going to roll.
The fact you've just got that brick.
I'm just going to roll. Yeah.
That's a D10 plus the 10 number of the initiative stat. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. So he has rolled 12.
Where's the initiative on the board? On there?
It's your attributes and health.
So 23. What do I roll under that? So I've failed by like 2.5 degrees.
No.
Roll D10.
Roll D10 plus the 10s.
Yeah.
Right, so the first D10 I rolled was a 7.
Okay.
Which is 7 under 2.
No, you got to add the 10s to that roll.
What's your initiative?
9. No.
Okay, cool.
I'm on 10.
Okay.
I'm on 10.
13.
Okay, so Paul, you are actually going to get to go before him. You can see that he looks like he's about to make a break past Helmet.
Yeah, I'm going to run and grab the green stash so he can't get it.
The stuff in his... No, he's not running towards the table. He's running towards the door.
Oh, okay.
I think Paul is describing that he's... Okay. No,
I mean, run towards the door. Okay, so...
I mean, so you can go and grab the stash, but he's not running that way, is what I meant.
No, I'm going to go and run and bar the door.
Thank fuck. I swear to God, if you'd gone for that fucking table.
Okay, so you're going to basically run and stand in front of the door.
Yeah, and if there's something that can lock it further to slow him down.
There's nothing that's by the door, actually. It is locked, though, and you know it's got like 3 locks on it, so he's going to have to get there and fuck about with it, basically. So he goes to make a run. He sees you there. He's actually just going to run at you and take a swing at you with his like smashed cup, basically.
Okay.
So he's going to charge you, and he completely fucks his roll. Absolutely. So he comes running at you. Actually, do you know what? With that bad a roll, he's actually going to trip over the court, like the rug, the leg of the rug.
Yes.
So he's going to come running towards you, trip over the leg of the rug, face plant into the ground.
That's almost like the last half an hour. I've wanted to do a showgirls and throw marbles on the stairs so he falls down. I'm glad you all got that reference.
With a paint can on a bit of string.
He's on the floor.
Festive, I like it.
I'm not going to get people to roll. If you want to just finish him off, just tell me how you finish
Brick him with a brick. I want to make it look like the brick came in the window and it killed him. And we didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay.
Let's restrain him. Restrain him.
It's like a spinning supersonic brick.
Pylon.
Blew his head off.
Blew his head off.
Just explain to me how you're going to kill him.
Pylon him.
Doddering about.
Just
I'm going to
restrain
play
him. Oh, Christ.
I'm already covered in gore and fucking shit from this flagellant.
So you put a brick in the back of this guy's head.
Yeah, if possible.
Okay. Yeah, he's fallen down. He's like, his burst of energy is gone. He didn't have like a full dose of whatever it was you meant to give him, which is why he's not going to get to you. So his burst of energy for that one round is gone. Yeah. I rolled terribly for him. So he's obviously just panic smashes. He end up stoving his head in with a brick that came flying through the window.
Yeah, I told you he was a wrong un.
Probably a rock, actually. Probably a rock.
Is there a like
corpse with no head because you smashed it with a brick? Yeah, that's one.
No, is there like a sort of known way to like present a traitor? Do you know when like someone's killed and they're killed in a certain way and the body's arranged to say like treason or traitor? Do you know what I mean? Like, is there a ritual way to present the body to say we know this guy was a fucking traitor to the town? And
yeah, you can probably just leave a symbol of the Twin Tower Comet on him or the Hammer of Sigma.
Is that it? Or that's what I mean. Like, is there like a right mutant or treason on the wall or something in his blood? That kind of ritual, like very obvious. It was.
There's no like there is no like fixed way of doing it. No, but like anything you have suggested there would be suitable.
Okay, fine. Do something really over the top that was like.
Has he got any jewelry on him? Any rings or anything like that?
Nothing on him. No, because he just got out of bed.
Okay, I'm going to go up to the bedroom and find sort of any rings or jewelry. Probably anything I might recognise that he wore the first time I met him. Basically, something to symbolise the fact we killed him that I can take for the Low Havens.
Yeah, he does have his.
Just write a note. Come on.
Actually, yeah, he has.
He was a bad one. Oh, he was so bad.
Well, I was thinking actually tell them of the entrance to the tunnel that he's got because that's useful to them.
Yeah.
Like
bring the Low Havens. And also,
you might want to buy this house, mate. Yeah.
And also, I show everyone. I got the little pouch earlier of the proof.
Does he have a writing desk with a fucking seal? And does he?
Yes.
I'll say, let's write Marta a fucking letter asking her to come here.
Yep.
Yes.
There's
a fighter fucking there, and it's obvious that she's the next rung up the fucking ladder.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Now, I worry that that's Adam and not Bert because Bert can't read and he's stupid. So
it's not that stupid.
We do need to get to Marta next. Like, how do we get rid of this green dust?
You just snort it.
Yeah,
river.
Get rid of it.
You just rub it and you go.
Do we not need some of it for the proof?
I'm not carrying that stuff.
Just rub it and you go.
That stuff, and nor should you.
Because I thought Cocker wanted to definitely know it was this stuff that was coming through his town.
If you want to give him that stuff, you can do. I am not touching it.
It literally is. I open it. Look, it's the tiniest pinch.
I'm not fucking looking at it.
Yeah, even Cocker was scared of this stuff. I think it goes in the river.
Yeah, safest place for it.
Okay.
I'll grab it. Let's take it off Nehemiah. And I'm going to throw it out the window into the river.
There's a little toilet.
Out the window.
The tattoo on him.
Street urchin picks it up.
Oh, wait. There's a chute. I'm going to pour it down that chute thing.
That's the toilet.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I mean. Just to let you know.
This is how you get mutant alligators.
Nah, it's just be big fish.
On roller skates.
Yeah, that's right.
Roller skates.
Okay, so you flush the warpstone down the toilet.
I'm going to make sure that his shirt is ripped up, and so the way that we present him, the not looking at it, that symbol is very much on display.
Okay.
I do like Berth's idea about the seal, because if he does right, he'll have a seal, won't he? I'll take that as evidence that we've offed him.
Yeah, he has a seal here. Actually, you did see he had like he had a sovereign ring on when you first met him.
He had all sorts of letters.
That worked. That would be perfect. That sovereign ring.
Letters have proof of other people in this network that he's speaking to.
Yeah, can we use that to escort her? Actually, here, that would be the best thing, and do that fucking now.
Can you use that to what? Sorry.
Could we literally go and fetch her as if we've been summoned to escort her here for a meeting?
I think that is. I think we've pushed our luck here tonight.
I told you Francesca was good, though.
You were obsessed with this woman.
She's hot.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you could try it.
I think we've pushed our luck. If she's
I'm just worried that tomorrow she finds out he's dead.
Yeah, and then
what?
And then our trail runs.
And then we are fucked. There's no. It's much harder to catch her unawares. We've got the opportunity now to catch her unawares that there's anything awry.
Yeah, I'm still unfortunately agreeing with Thomas. This is the bigger threat than the mutants, this insidiousness within the town.
Agreed. Okay, or we go and fetch the witch hunter now and tell him what's happened.
But we don't have proof about Marta.
Oh, but we could at least set something up there.
He's already chomping at the bit to kick down their door. This will push him and Fragments over the edge.
No, because then we come back to the point that I was making earlier, that he's one person in the whole of it. If he kicks down the door, he'll go for everybody.
Worth it.
I'm not sure it is.
Then what's your plan?
I like the idea of getting Marta here and deal with it, and then present both their corpses.
If she is higher up the chain than this guy was, because after speaking to him, I think he was just a pawn in all this. She's going to suss us like that, and then we're dead.
Well, what if we go and just tell her that he's been murdered? That's stupid enough. It might work.
I agree with one point of that.
Yeah, there was a riot. He looks like he's been murdered.
It's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet outside now. Whatever happened outside has calmed down a bit. It's gone back to kind of normal street time.
Oh, Roll, did you get to check the tunnel?
No, I was about to before you gave the kill sign, and everything just kicked up.
I was trying to remind them that that's what they needed to do before we got back, and they were going to do it straight away.
Yeah, that was kind of jumping the gun actually on that. I was quite surprised. My plan was to go out, find where they were, then come back from the other end.
I think we just all need to be honest with ourselves, gentlemen. None of this was actually planned.
Wait, do one of these tunnels go to the fucking church?
I'm going to go down into the tunnel now.
Okay.
I am going to light myself up a torch.
Okay.
Bag up these herbs and give them to Elias.
Cool. Should we take 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take 5 minutes. I'm back.
Yeah.
Right. So what are you doing?
We haven't decided yet.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go down the tunnels. I'm going down the tunnel right now. I'm going to get a lantern and I'm going into that tunnel. I'm going to head west. So not the direction of Uptown and the river.
Okay. These tunnels are not, there's no like stone around them. They don't look like they're sewers. I mean, you've probably never been in a sewer. They don't look particularly well, but they're carved out. You've got no idea how old they are, but the smell down here is awful. You know, there's bits where the river is dripping into the tunnels. It's pretty dingy down here. It's damp. There's little rats running around. It smells pretty bad. It's actually a little bit low for you. You do have to crouch a little bit to go through. You're quite tall, aren't you? So you have to crouch a bit.
I am quite tall, yes.
But as you make your way, you're heading west, you said, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get our little map up again, shall we? Leave without saving changes, yes. do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you're around here at the moment. As you're kind of you're going this way, it kind of there's some water dripping down in. It smells pretty grim. And you head further this way. You can only see about 30 foot in front of you with a light. Is anyone with you? Is anyone going down with Bert? With Rolled, sorry.
He's going on his own. I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not do things by half here.
Well, you can
You're
see.
going. Yeah. I say as I'm stuffing herbs in a bag.
Someone stay with Nehemiah.
What Nehemiah does. I'm staying with Bert. Rolled, sorry.
Right, so Nehemiah's by himself in the house.
Oh, God.
That'll be fine. Once you get to, you go probably 3 or 4 minutes down to the way you're going, and it looks like the tunnel splits off to what would be your right, or carry. So you get to about, let's say here for one of you. It looks like it splits off to your right, which would be that way, and it also carries on this way.
I want to go right. Berth, what do you think?
Sorry,
I think I know what is it. Berth. He
might be on mute.
He's not. He just looks confused.
Okay, Helmut. I think I know what is ahead.
I think any way is good as any. So if you've got a
Let's
choice,
go right
let's go that way.
Let's go right.
If we can find the church, that would be great. But
Well, I think that would be straight ahead, but I want to know what is right.
So as you head right, you head here, and you can hear the river above you. You can hear the sound of running water above you. You can hear there's drips coming through. It doesn't feel particularly safe. I don't think any of you have spent any time underground, but you certainly don't feel particularly safe where you are.
I can only suggest do a break.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have said anything.
It's up to you.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. You don't feel particularly safe. You don't feel particularly safe out here, but it's clearly held out for long enough. It's probably not going to fall down immediately. And then you get about another 50 yards, maybe 100 yards, and it has collapsed in. There is a wall of dirt and sludge and just earth in front of you, basically. You would guess it's probably around here.
Okay. And where's the temple?
Currently there is.
The temple's out there, isn't it? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try the temple then.
This route that you've taken here is definitely around here. Probably it's collapsed in, but it's going. It looks like it's There you go.
So let's try and head back towards the temple way then.
Okay. You come back here again. You can hear the sounds. It's actually, I don't know if shallow is the right term, but it's close to the surface here. You can hear the sounds of people above you. You can hear the sounds of the street above. And you get about another 100 meters or so, maybe a couple 100 meters, and you can actually see some stones. Some what is stone above you? So
yep.
Yeah, stone. You're not fucking stone, isn't it?
Are you thinking like sound of a building above?
It starts to become a bit more. Yeah, it starts to become. This looks like a bit more created. It's not just a tunnel anymore. It's like the actual stone in the wall. And you are the sort of the floor begins to become stone as well, and there is now stone on the walls, like clad walls. This is definitely a place that has been added to rather than just a mud dug out of the walls.
Bert, are you with us as well?
Yeah. But I'm bear in mind I've been in a couple of big fights today. I'm pretty fucked.
So Helmut, Bert, do you want to keep going to the end of this tunnel?
I think we should try and find the church if we can.
I think this is probably where the church comes up. I think we've put our luck.
Are there any visible kind of gates, trapdoors, kind of things in the ceiling? I guess that's probably what we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've stopped you kind of at the edge where you can see that it starts becoming stone.
Okay.
And you can see about 30 foot in front of you, and you can see that it turns into like I want to say like a basement, basically. You can see there's stone on the floor, there's stone on the walls. From where you are, you can't see any trapdoors or anything, but you'd have to, if you wanted to go a bit deeper in, you might be able to find something.
Yeah, let's press on.
All right, let's push on a little bit further.
Okay, so you push on a bit further, and you can hear like a sound above you. You can hear people above you, and you can just make out some soft kind of chanting above you. But it's quite. You can roll perception if you want to, but it's you can't quite make out what it is. But you can hear a soft chanting above you. You can certainly hear people, and you can see just in the kind of off to the far, well, in front of you, basically. You can see what looks like a trapdoor in the ceiling.
Ooh, okay. Does the tunnel end?
The tunnel.
If we were to progress up towards that.
The tunnel does look like it ends.
Okay. Gentlemen, thoughts?
I think we've pushed far enough. I don't think we know what's on the other side of that trapdoor.
What time of day is it?
Probably like 3 o'clock now.
Yeah, it's not the time of day to break into the temple, is it?
I am going to suggest we return to Tanner's. I am happy to explore the other way, see where it leads. But we do not all need to go. Goodness knows what Nemaya has done whilst we've been gone.
I think the less known, the better.
Ransack the camp.
Now let's return to Tanner's house. And then I'm keen to go the other way.
Yeah.
Whilst we're down here.
Okay. You can make your way back. So you get back to where Tanner's the roof, the door to the house to get back up is. Are you going straight back up, or do you want to explore the other way first?
I'm going to stay down.
Okay. So you head out. Again, as you head forward more, you hear and smell and feel with the familiar sound of a river above you. And the river, the tunnel slopes as it goes under. Someone's obviously dug this under. Okay. So you're going down a bit deeper. Then it kind of comes up a bit as well. And you get a bit closer. And it heads out. Doesn't seem to be an end to where it's heading out. Not that you can see, anyway.
From what Tanner said about this is how they got in and the direction it's taken, it would be a fair assumption to say that this heads out into the forest.
I think that, from what you know and having seen you tracked, yes, that is a fair assumption.
I'll mention this to the guys. I think this is just going to take us out into the forest. I don't think there's going to be anything to be gained from going to the end of this.
No, not if we're far out in the forest in the dark.
But maybe tomorrow we should.
Agree. All right, maybe tomorrow.
So, Mark, actually, just because of your background, you know that like tunnels like this are quite common with like smugglers and stuff.
Okay.
They generally, as a general rule, they would go outside of like eye shot of the town. Like once they go out, they would generally go outside of eye shot of the town, and there would probably be like more than one way out generally.
Okay, what so you mean that it was sort of split into further tunnels into various parts in the forest?
No. So what I mean is there would generally be more than one way into and out of the town.
Okay. So there'd be other houses with tunnels like this.
Generally, there would not necessarily there would generally be more than one way into it because of the way the smugglers work.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, they wouldn't go on for like miles and miles because they're
it'd just be sort of you could get in at night and not be seen by the town guard. Yeah,
generally, yeah. I mean, you can follow it out if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the plan of the statement of I don't think they're going to gain anything by going all the way to the end of this tunnel. Not today.
Rolled.
No, I agree. Let us return to Tanner's, get ourselves cleaned up, and decide what we're doing next.
Okay, you head back into Tanner's. Namaya, what have you been doing while you're there, Namaya?
I've just been collecting any of the herbs that look like they might be useful for the doctor. That's all I've been doing.
Had a nap on the bed.
Just loot in the kitchen, yeah?
A little bit,
Checking down the toilet.
a little bit of looking at the symbol and going, this is horrible.
Okay. So you're back in Tanner's house. We'll probably wrap up soon.
Yeah.
Is there anything you particularly want to do in Tanner's house?
Whilst I'm here, because whilst I might be a thief taker, I am also poor. I am going to go upstairs and have a look through the chests, etc. See if there's anything of value.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a look through the chests. It's mostly his clothes and stuff like that. What am I looking for?
Any sexy attire?
His clothes are actually quite nice. He's quite well off. You find some jewellery. There'll be some jewellery that you could potentially pawn or sell if you wanted to. And let's say you find you find 2 gold and 10 silver if you want to.
Thinking about it, I'm going to leave the jewellery and pocket the coin.
Okay, cool. What you do a search roll.
Search roll? What would that be under? I know you only use perception for everything.
Probably going to be that, though, isn't it?
There's not enough skills.
There's not, is there? There's not enough, like...
A lot of the skills are very weird.
Yeah. Let's go, like...
It's a skill for consume alcohol, but not a skill for...
Like, that doesn't need to be a skill. Endurance can do that.
I mean, it's going to be perception, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any modifiers?
Plus 20, because it's an easy check.
Passed by 3 degrees.
Okay. So as you're kind of rooting through his stuff, and you go through his drawers, you do see what looks like basically a sort of hidden compartment in one of his drawers. Namaya, you didn't find this because you didn't have time to look through stuff. And also potentially, you just didn't find it. But you do find a letter in there, which has been opened and hurriedly stuffed back in. And it says, ensure that the way is open when the next full moon rises over the town, because that is when they next aim to come.
Okay, the full moon, was that when the recent mutant attack was?
It was not. No, that was only a few days ago. It was actually a little bit before the full moon. So the actual full moon was yesterday.
Okay. Okay, cool. I just want to know whether that's a tally up or whether this sounds like a different thing than what has previously happened.
Yeah, this is a recent letter. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pocket that as well.
Yeah. Okay. So the full moon wasn't yesterday. The full moon was a couple of days ago. So this was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it says make sure that's when they plan to return.
Cool.
So you would guess the full moon is about a month away.
Okie dokie.
Does it say anything about it? No, that's pretty much what it says. You don't recognise the handwriting, but it's quite nice actually. It's very well written. Like it is, you can write, but I don't know if you're particularly like how good your writing is. I
wouldn't say I've been doing calligraphy or anything like that.
This letter actually is very, very well penned.
There's sort of very nice flowing letters and
yeah,
in a straight line.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I say.
Okay, cool. I'll take that. And then I'll join the others downstairs.
Do you guys want to do anything else before we call it?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I think I probably need to call it, but yeah.
I think then
I need a bath and a fucking rest. I feel like shit.
Yeah, you don't feel great after that dirty flagellant whale.
I've been decked, like.
Yeah. All right, let's call it there.
Cool.
Ooh.
Woohoo.
Woo.